Hey, IT leaders. Now, if there's one thing that caused me to lose sleep at night as a chief technology officer, it was dealing with difficult employees. You know the type, people who just can't seem to get along with the team. They cause friction and they impact productivity. As managers, we're usually trained in the typical responses, things like HR involvement, progressive discipline, and even attempts to terminate the employee. But is this always the best solution? Well, today I want to challenge you to consider a different approach, a more human approach, an approach based on love. No, I'm not talking about romantic love. I'm talking about a different kind of love, a love that is sacrificial. Leadership is, to me, about earning the respect and admiration of those in your care, not through fear or intimidation, but by exhibiting what I would call loving behavior. So step one is to seek to understand your employees' needs, desires, and goals. Take the time to get interested in what they are interested in. Ask about their passions, their hobbies, and their short-term and long-term goals. The perfect time to do this is intentionally during one-on-one meetings. Sometimes we might just feel like we're shooting the breeze and not actually working in these conversations. But if we're doing them correctly, they can be the most effective and important meetings that you have. Step two, find ways to match their interests and growth goals to the work that needs to be done in your organization. You'll be surprised at how aligning their interests with your IT objectives can drive innovation and motivation. The power of this approach is incredible. Everyone loves to work within their strengths, their talents, and their interests. And when people are doing that a lot, well, you'll see productivity skyrocket. By leading with love, you'll create a positive work environment where employees feel valued, appreciated, and motivated. So, before you resort to HR involvement or firing, consider the power of love in your leadership. Because leadership isn't about being a robot that sticks to professional directives. It's about being an influential person who actually cares. Because ultimately, that's the kind of leader that people willingly and happily follow. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is a surefire way to suck the life force right out of you, having to pour this kind of caring energy into people who, frankly, you don't like very much. And I get it. That does sound exhausting. However, I want to illuminate an important law of relationships that you may not be aware of. If you do the things that show you love someone on a regular basis, even when you don't feel like it, your feelings will eventually follow, and you'll actually start caring about them more. This is completely counterculture, but it's true, and this is why so few managers have great relationships with most or all of their employees. Is it extra work? Sure, but in my experience, practicing this leadership technique takes less time and is way less stressful than following progressive discipline paths. If you'd like to know more, reach out. I'd love to talk you through the process. And don't forget to like and subscribe so that you and others will see these kinds of videos in the future.